Mars, a desolate world of endless red deserts and towering cliffs. Once a symbol of humanity's aspiration, now a battleground for survival. The planet's harsh environment is unforgiving, with razor-sharp winds carving through the rocky plains. Yet it was here that humanity dared to dream of a second home. Now, those dreams are under threat from the horrors that emerged from Mars's forgotten past. Elon Musk, a visionary whose name is synonymous with exploration and innovation, had spent decades building a future among the stars. Genetic engineering and relentless training transformed him into more than a man, a weapon of unparalleled strength and intellect. With cybernetic enhancements integrated into his body, Elon had become humanity's last hope. The alarms of the Martian colony echoed through the canyon-like walls of the settlement. Colonists ran for cover, their eyes wide with terror as they glimpsed the shadows of monstrosities moving through the red dust storms. These creatures, known as Kaiju, were the unintended result of cosmic radiation mutating ancient Martian life forms. Their grotesque shapes and unimaginable strength made them unstoppable predators. The first challenger to approach was Trigonus Rex, a three-headed dragon that towered over the Martian sands. Its crimson scales shimmered under the faint glow of Earth in the night sky. Each of its heads let out an ear-splitting roar, the sound waves alone causing tremors in the ground. The beast's fiery breath illuminated the night, casting an eerie glow over the desolate terrain. Elon emerged from the colony's gates, his massive form clad in an advanced exosuit designed to amplify his already incredible strength. The gauntlets on his hands hummed with energy, and his eyes burned with determination. Without hesitation, he charged at Trigonus Rex, leaping high into the thin Martian atmosphere. The impact of his punch shattered one of the dragon's heads, sending it crashing into a nearby cliff. But Trigonus Rex was not easily defeated. It retaliated with a sweep of its massive tail, which Elon narrowly avoided. The battle raged on, each clash reshaping the Martian landscape. Elon's strikes were like seismic events, toppling rock formations and sending shockwaves through the air. Finally, with a devastating uppercut, Elon brought the creature to its knees. As its final head fell lifeless to the ground, a cheer erupted from the colony. Victory was his, for now. The respite was brief. As Elon caught his breath, a warning crackled through his comm system. Multiple Kaiju were converging on his location, their grotesque forms barely visible through the swirling red dust. The colonists had no weapons capable of stopping them. Elon knew that retreat was not an option. If the colony fell, humanity's foothold on Mars would be lost forever. Elon's mind worked at lightning speed, devising a strategy. The Kaiju were formidable, but they lacked coordination. He could use that to his advantage. One by one, the monstrous creatures emerged. A six-legged arachnid with pincers sharp enough to cleave steel. A towering humanoid beast with crystalline spikes protruding from its back. And a serpentine leviathan whose bioluminescent body coiled through the Martian canyons. Each fight was a test of endurance and skill. Elon's augmented muscles and cybernetic reflexes allowed him to dodge attacks that would have obliterated an ordinary man. He wielded the terrain itself as a weapon, using boulders and jagged rock formations to his advantage. The arachnid fell first, crushed beneath a massive slab of stone. The crystalline humanoid was shattered by a perfectly timed strike to its core. The Leviathan's glowing body dimmed as Elon delivered a final blow with a makeshift spear carved from Martian rock. The colonists watched in awe from the safety of their shelters, their fear gradually replaced by hope. Elon's victories were hard-fought, but the toll was evident. His exosuit sparked from the damage it had sustained, and blood trickled from a gash on his forehead. Yet he pressed on, knowing that the greatest challenge still lay ahead. From the depths of a massive crevasse came a sound that silenced even the raging winds. The ground shook as Behemoth Prime emerged, its obsidian armor glinting under the pale Martian sun. This was no ordinary kaiju. It was the king of monsters, a creature whose very existence seemed to defy the laws of nature. Its glowing core pulsed like a heartbeat, radiating an energy that distorted the air around it. Elon stood alone against the towering Behemoth Prime. The Martian sands around him were scorched from the heat radiating off the monster's body. He activated a hidden compartment in his suit, revealing an experimental plasma hammer. The weapon hummed with unimaginable power, its blue glow a stark contrast to the red Martian landscape. The final battle was a spectacle of destruction and resilience. Behemoth Prime's every movement was a catastrophe, its massive limbs reshaping the terrain with each step. Elon dodged and countered with precision, each swing of his plasma hammer releasing bursts of energy that left craters in the ground. The colonists watched from a distance, their fate hanging in the balance. Despite his incredible strength, Elon knew he couldn't outlast the creature in a prolonged fight. He needed to target its glowing core, the source of its immense power. As the battle raged on, Elon lured Behemoth Prime into a narrow canyon, limiting its movements. With one final surge of energy, he hurled the plasma hammer directly into the creature's core. The impact triggered a blinding explosion that shook the planet itself. When the dust settled, Behemoth Prime was no more. The once unstoppable Titan lay in ruins, its glowing core extinguished. Silence fell over the battlefield as Elon stood victorious, his silhouette framed by the rising Martian sun. The colonists emerged from their shelters, their cheers echoing across the barren landscape. Elon's body was battered, his suit barely functional, but his spirit remained unbroken. He had done the impossible, securing humanity's future on Mars. As he gazed at the horizon, Elon's thoughts turned to the challenges that lay ahead. Mars was safe for now, but the universe was vast and full of unknown dangers. For as long as humanity reached for the stars, there would always be those who stood to protect that dream. The red planet's skies began to clear, the dust storms giving way to the calm after the storm. And in the heart of the wasteland, one man's legacy was written in the sands of Mars,